I originally wanted to be a graphic novelist, video game designer, and hopefully an animator. So I had big plans. I was writing a book. I was writing comic books. I've got journals and stacks of epic fantasy literature that I was creating. Really inspired by Lord of the Rings and all of that other nerd stuff. You know, just kind of creating my own world, creating languages, creating cultures, geographies, and attempting to kind of put that stuff together with this bigger picture in mind that everything that I was creating was all part of the same universe. I'm really inspired thinking about this universe that we're creating. You know, it's like every song might be a different continent, you know, that you travel to on some airship or something, you know, or maybe every melody is a character, you know, something like that. And I just think that approaching music from that perspective is to me personally, it's really opening the door to seeing possibilities outside of just traditional music or traditional album making. You know, maybe making a film or you know, an opera or a ballet or something like that, or a graphic novel. You know, it's I think that this music could be anything. You know, and or it could come out in any medium, you know, and I think that the album that we're creating is much part of a larger universe that we've started creating since we've had this band.
I kind of almost feel like the easiest thing to say is just that it has a lot more to do with, you know, Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger than it does with jazz.
Comic books and video games, graphic novels. I had written a novel by the time I was in 6th or 7th grade. It was a short novel, and it was like my own version of Lord of the Rings. So I had started out, I had created journals of geographies, cultures. I was studying Elvish and like weird Middle-earth languages and stuff like that. And I just obsessed with these, you know, fantasy worlds and stuff where you could basically, you know, live out your life through these characters and experience what they experienced. And I always thought there was something really deep about that, you know. And I was reading something recently about escapist literature, you know, and how it gets, it can get a bad rap in a lot of different communities. And I was thinking, you know, good escapist literature, just like a good movie or a good graphic novel or a good video game, puts you into the seat of these characters, of these places and of these worlds. And it's not that you're escaping your everyday life, but it's that you're experiencing your life through the lens of somebody else, you know, and that you're really learning and processing through your own experiences through somebody else's turmoil, you know, or somebody else's, you know, pain or pleasure or whatever it is, you know. I think that good music is something that's transformative, you know. I think on a personal level, when you listen to something that's really, really good music, it puts you in a position where you have to kind of do a little bit of self-evaluation after you listen to it, you know. The emotion of the music, the story of the music, you know, the moral of the music, all of those things have weight, and I think that good music has a lot of weight like that, and it makes you consider things, you know, it makes you feel things. And I think that in the story that we're trying to tell, that's what I want the most out of the music that I play. I want to feel something, you know what I mean? And I think that generally when people listen to music, I know when I listen to music, I want to be affected in that way. So